Jackson in the key. Kick out. Davenport.
A steal for Kentucky. Ahead to Reeves. Left wing three. Got it. Jackson weaves.
A dunk. Bounces off to Ada and he slams it home.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the SEC. No, the student section. Sorry, I'm still getting used to it. Some things have changed. I'm shaped up, if you couldn't tell. New haircut, and the bed is made. Of course, I went like 4 episodes in a row without making it, so I had to come in, make the bed this time because it's an earlier recording. Normally, I'm recording like at night whenever I'm about to go to bed, but not today. The reason I've been recording so late is because during March Madness, all the games ended at like 8 o'clock on that Sunday. When I want to upload on that Monday, that's why I've been uploading so late, or recording so late. Today, I'm recording earlier. What can I say? I'm feeling more energetic. I'm feeling hyper. I'm feeling ready for this episode. So let's get into it. And I got the new haircut, like I just mentioned earlier. So I'm feeling fresh too. So today's episode we are going over the NBA playoffs. I'm making myself a little bracket here. What's bracking? So we'll go over some quick news real quick. Just before we get into this, my boy Tremont Mark went to Texas. I don't like that, but I understand he's from Texas. He's going back home for his last season, even though he's originally from Houston. And Texas is a school that's coming into the SEC this year, so we'll get to play him. And the new hiring, BYU's coach got hired at Kentucky. Good, that's good. He runs a good, fun offense. Ignore that one drive. I guess you guys can't see it yet. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. But yeah, some good news. I don't really know how I feel about it just yet. I know he does have one of the best offenses, fast-paced. We'll see how it turns out with his recruiting ability and stuff like that. I know Arkansas hasn't recruited anybody since John Calipari's been hired, at least officially. Which is fine. He's going to have time to, get his office set up, his staff on the same page, and then maybe he'll start focusing on team building. But yeah, I think that's all the news I wanted to mention. Rob Dillingham officially entered the draft. Trevin Brazile entered the draft. I think we covered that last episode. So let's just get right into this one. All right. So the first thing I do want to mention before... Okay, I said that twice now, but the things I want to mention real quick before we go into these teams is these playoff teams or these play-in teams. I don't think it'll sway me too much unless Philly wins, right? So it's kind of hard to make these predictions as of now. I might update this bracket a little bit in my next episode and show you guys, but we'll keep that in mind, right? Because it obviously whether they're playing, if the Knicks play Philadelphia or Miami, that's the main one, or if the Nuggets play New Orleans or Lakers, that's the main one. Those are the two main ones in my opinion, in terms of swaying which team wins. But we'll get into that as we go on. So I'm just going to start off on the East Coast. Celtics versus whoever, doesn't matter who they're playing. I think they're going to win in 5 or 6, if not 4. But I think a safe bet is they're probably going to win in 5. They'll probably end up playing Miami. I don't know who the other two... Oh, the Bulls or the Hawks. If somehow the Bulls or the Hawks beat Miami, or I guess somehow maybe they beat Philly. If for some reason the Celtics play Philly, that's a different story. I think they still win, but it might go to 7. So in terms of just playing teams as of now, I have the Celtics winning. Like I said, I'm probably going to update this list next week once we find out who the play-in teams are. But yeah, so that's my first pick for that one. Cavaliers versus Magic. The Cavaliers have been a little shaky as of late. I know they are on a downward slope right now, I believe. They haven't been playing the best. Donovan Mitchell hasn't been playing the best. They've had the injury bug. Other than that, they've been doing fine. The Magic are on a tear right now. The only thing I'm scared about with the Magic is their 3-point shooting, especially in the playoffs. They have the ability. They have the ability to get to the rim, but they don't have the best ability to space, which in the playoffs that will end up clogging the rim, which they're really good at, is getting to the rim. But since they don't have the shooting, it's going to be kind of hard to get to the rim because there's no spacing. And I do want to mention, this is the last thing I'm going to preface this with, or whatever the word is. Yes, I watch NBA basketball, obviously. So yes, I do have a little bit of knowledge in the NBA. It might catch some of you guys by surprise. Maybe you guys think I'm only a college basketball guy, but no, I do watch NBA. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take Actually, I don't. I'm gonna come back to that one. I'm not sure on that one. Bucks Pacers. That's an easy Bucks. Not easy actually. I think this one goes to 7. I really think this one goes to either 6 or 7. The Pacers haven't been doing too good like the second half of the season, but Tyrese has been injured. He's had that nagging hamstring injury. Siakam is still trying to find his way into the mix. I think they give a run for the money for the Bucks, but I just think the Pacers defense isn't good enough to compete with the Bucks, and the Bucks defense isn't like good enough to compete with the Pacers, really, honestly. But the Bucks have Giannis and Dame. Not much else you can say about that. The Pacers once again are a very fast team. They pace. They play with pace. They're the Pacers. They push the ball in transition. I think they will do very good in transition against the Bucks. The Bucks just don't have the defensive personnel, except for Giannis. Other than him, everyone else is kind of. I mean, Brook Lopez is a slow-footed rim defender center. They have Malik Beasley. They have Damian Lillard on the perimeter that aren't the best defenders. I mean, Dame can defend a little bit. Malik Beasley tries. He just doesn't do good. At least he's trying, though. Bobby Portis might be one of the other good perimeter or transition defenders. But other than that, that's kind of about it. But I think the Bucks win, but it is close. I'm going to go back to the Cavs and Magic. I think I made up my mind. I'm going to take... Playoff Donovan Mitchell is a different animal. I think I'm going to take the Cavs, but I think this is another one that goes to either 6 or 7. This could be a really fun series, in my opinion. It really just depends on the Magic. It depends on their shooting and their ability to defend the perimeter, which they have the utilities for. I don't know how much Anthony Black is going to play, but he is someone who can defend the perimeter. He's a very tall guard, very athletic, strong. He can defend. He has good instincts, stuff like that. But they also have Jalen Suggs. He is turned into like pretty much a Marcus Smart role this year. Just high energy, high effort, high defense. I think the Magic have a really good shot at it. So I think it goes to 7, and this one could go either way, really. It really could go either way. But I'm ultimately going to pick the Cavs. And now down here. This is the most important one for the play-in game as to who I pick. Do I pick the Knicks or do I pick... Okay, so here's the thing. If Philly wins, which honestly, we're just going to play this situation like Philly wins. I think they beat Miami easily in that play-in game. But like once again, it's a single elimination. You never know what could happen. But I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Philly wins this game. And like I said, if I need to update this later on, I will. I do think Philly wins this game, and that's where it gets tough, right? Joel Embiid is a known playoff choker. Not really, kind of performance-wise, but more so health-wise. I don't think he's played a single series where he's been healthy the entire time. I believe that's a true fact. Don't fact-check me, but I feel like that's a true statement. But the Knicks have been on a burner. The only thing is they don't have Julius Randle. He's been out for the season because of his injury. I'm not sure if they have what's his name? OG Anunoby. I'm actually gonna look that up right now. OG Anunoby, because I don't know if he's healthy right now. I haven't been really keeping up with him too much. I believe he March 12th and is still out. Today is April. It's April. Where do I find? Has missed his 8th straight game. This isn't. Did he play tonight? Let me look. Knicks game. Sorry, this is. I probably should have looked this up sooner. They played the Bulls. Box score. Bro, where's the box score at? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Knicks. He did play. Okay, yeah, so he'll be healthy. That's definitely a big determining factor in this game. I really do think so. If they can have someone who can slow down Tyrese Maxey, I think this is going to be a really tough one because, once again, Joel Embiid isn't really in playoff shape. He's been injured for like half the season, so he's easily can get out of shape, especially at his size. Definitely a tough one to pick. The Knicks are on a burner, though. They've been playing really good. They have all the other pieces other than Julius Randle right now. I think the Knicks win in 7. If they play Philly, I think they win in 7. If they play Miami, I think they win in 5. So I think they're winning either way, honestly. But I could easily, once again, this is just like the other 3 rounds. I could easily see the underdog winning. The only team I'm really confident about is the Celtics. And I guess the Bucks, just because the Pacers don't really have too much playoff. But I think I'm not too confident on the Bucks. I'll tell you that. So that is the first round in the East. Hopefully I didn't get ahead of myself and pick something I'm going to regret later. But there's that. We're going to go ahead and move on to the West. The Thunder win. No matter who they're playing, the Thunder are winning. I think it's the Warriors. Okay, actually this might Nah, they're winning. Warriors, Kings, New Orleans, or Lakers. Those are the 4 teams that they can play. And depending on which team they play, I think if they play the Warriors, they're winning in 5. I think if they play the Pelicans, they're winning in 5. No, the Pelicans could give them a run for their money now that I'm thinking about it. I think the Pelicans, they win in 6 or 7. Realistically. Just because they don't really have a stopper for Zion. Unless they want to throw out Bismack Biyombo. Or I guess Jalen Williams might be able to slow him down. Big Arkansas Jalen Williams, not J-Dub. I think he could maybe stop him. Obviously not stop him, but slow him down. But the thing is also with Brandon Ingram. You know, if they play New Orleans, they win in 6. If they play New Orleans. If they play the Lakers, that's a tough one. That's the one that goes to 7 in my opinion. And I think the Lakers might have a chance at upsetting them. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Thunder are winning that series. I think it does go to 7 if they play the Lakers. I've already said the Warriors in 5. And the Kings could also give them a run for their money just because of Sabonis. But they do have the guards that can slow down De'Aaron Fox. Obviously, like I said, you can't stop him. Same thing with Zion, but they do have the people to slow him down. I think the Thunder win no matter what. If they end up playing the Lakers, I might have to review this real quick. Once again, like with the Knicks and whoever they end up playing. But as of now, I'm taking the Thunder pretty confidently. This next series is, oh my gosh, because my heart wants to pick the Clippers. I love Paul George. I love Kawhi. I love Bones Highland. I love this team a lot. I love Russell Westbrook. I love this whole team. Except for James Harden, I'm not the biggest fan. I don't hate him. Not a big fan of him, though. My heart wants to pick the Clippers. But the thing is with the Clippers, as of late, they haven't been playing good. I mean, they've been playing decent, just not the way that they were in like the middle of the season. Before All-Star break, they were the best team in the league, undoubtedly. But they're just not healthy. They're never healthy in the playoffs. I don't believe they're coming into this playoffs healthy right now. Let me check. I'm pretty sure Paul George sat out, but I think it's just because it's the end of the season. It's kind of a load management thing. So he's been sitting out recently. He did play 8 minutes against the Jazz. That just looked like another... He put up 10 points. I don't think he got injured in that game. I think that's just another load management thing. And then... Kawhi Leonard. He hasn't been playing either. I don't know if he's injured as well. I think he's just also been out on like a load management thing. Yeah, knee inflammation. It looks like it's a load management thing. I'm not sure. I'm going off track. I'm coming back to this Clippers and Maverick. I do want to say, the Bucks being at the 3 seed, the way they've been playing recently, conspiracy going around. I'm not saying it's true, but it seems like they were ducking smoke. I think they knew they're not getting that 1 seed. Everyone knows they're not getting that 1 seed. And I think they wanted to duck that chance of either playing Philly or Miami, to be honest. I don't think they wanted to play either of those teams. I think they were ducking smoke, and that's why they fell to the 3 seed. Obviously, I mean, they've not been playing the best. But that's just a theory. They could have been ducking smoke either way. They're in the 3 seed, playing the easier Pacers rather than the Miami Heat or the Philly. Not the Philly, the 76ers. I think they might have been ducking smoke. Anyways, going back to the Clippers and Mavericks. The Clippers' health really concerns me. I think if they're fully healthy, they're going to win this series. But the problem is they're never fully healthy. James Harden is injury prone. Russell Westbrook, not really. He plays through injuries. He's an Iron Man. But then you have Kawhi and Paul George. Those are 3 of your 3 best players are all really injury prone. That's kind of scary. I think James Harden has been pretty healthy this year though, so I don't know if I'll really consider him. But it's really mainly Paul George and Kawhi Leonard if they can stay healthy. So this might be the series that will throw everyone off because it just depends on the Clippers' health. Because they have the people to really defend the perimeter. I know Luka always dogs the Clippers. So here's my thing. If the Clippers manage to stay healthy, they're winning this series. If they don't, it's the Mavericks. And I'm betting on them not being healthy. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to jinx them. I'm not saying I hope they're not healthy. None of that. I just think there's a good chance one of their stars gets injured. It's that simple. The Mavericks, they have a really good lineup, a good supporting cast finally around Luka. But if the Clippers are healthy, they don't stand a chance in my opinion. I think it might go to 7 either way. So I guess they do stand a chance, really. I think it goes to 7 either way. Unless both Kawhi and Paul George are injured, then I think the Mavs win in 5 or 6. Simple as that. But I'm going to go and take the Mavs. I think it's just a safer bet right now. Like I said, overall, both teams fully healthy. I think the Clippers are winning this series. But once again, that doesn't happen. Timberwolves versus Suns, not much to say there. The Suns are the worst fourth quarter team in the league, worst clutch team in the league. It's the top 3 plus Grayson Allen, and that's pretty much all of the scoring they have. So, and once again, this is another injury-prone big 3. I mean, Devin Booker's been pretty good. I know he missed. He didn't play enough games to go ahead and get to qualify for any sort of postseason awards. Like, obviously, he wasn't really in the running for MVP, but more so first team, all NBA teams. He didn't play enough games to make those. Cat just came back, so he might not be in playoff shape, similar to Embiid. But the way Ant has been playing, this Timberwolves defense, I think they win this series because the Suns have no defense and they have a very streaky offense, right? If they're on fire, they're on fire. If they're not winning the game whatsoever because that's what they rely on. And the Timberwolves are almost the opposite, where they are such a strong defensive team that their offense might struggle in this sort of playoff format where the defense gets more strict. There's not as much foul calls, but with guys like Mike Conley, who are veteran guards that can dissect the defense, they have guys like Anthony Edwards who can also drive to the basket. If Cat's healthy and playing good, he can stretch the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander Walker can stretch the floor. The only one, like Jaden McDaniels, can stretch the floor a little bit, but they have a really good defense, and I think they have the tools and personnel to defend this Suns team. So I think that's an easy one. That might be one of my most confident picks on the West. That probably will be my most confident pick on the West, except for this Nuggets one. I think that one's probably more confident. But yeah, I think the Timberwolves win that one pretty easily, probably like in 6, maybe 5. It just depends. I don't think there's much of a chance of it going to 7, and I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I don't think really any of these are going to be a sweep, except for the Celtics game. I could see that one easily being in 4. And this Nuggets game, it depends on who they play. If they play the Lakers, I think the Nuggets are winning no matter what, in my opinion. But, I don't know. I think the Lakers or the Pelicans can make a push for that. Either one of them. I think the Lakers have a better shot at it, but Jokic has the Lakers numbers. He's always performed good against them. The Pelicans, I don't know. Can Big Val hold his own against them? I think he can, but it's with the thing is with Jokic. Sorry, I just started really bad. The thing is with Jokic, it doesn't matter if he's not scoring. Everyone else is a threat if Jokic has the ball. If he has the ball, all 5 players are a threat, especially Aaron Gordon and especially Jamal Murray. You could throw KCP in there, but I think they have the best starting 5 in the league. I think that's a true statistical fact, not just my opinion. In terms of on-off numbers, stuff like that. But I think they win this series pretty convincingly, no matter who they play. I think the Lakers push them to 6, Pelicans push them to 6. So I guess either way, it's about in 5 or 6. I don't think it goes to 7. I don't think it's a sweep either way. So that is the very first round of the NBA playoffs. In my opinion, we have some good matchups here. I'm going to go and swing back over to the West. Have I picked any upsets? The only upset I've picked so far is the Mavericks. That's going to change here. Celtics win this. I think they beat the Cavs. I think the Cavs have that. Or no, the Celtics have that. But I don't know. This is another one where if the Cavs are if they're playing good, if Donovan Mitchell picks it up, if they're healthy, there's problems here, right? Obviously, look at the Celtics. They have Drew Holiday. They have Derek White on the perimeter. They have Kristaps Porzingis in the paint. They have really good defense. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can hold their own on the perimeter. This Celtics team is scary. They definitely have the best. Okay, I think skill-wise they have the best starting 5, but I think in terms of chemistry, just overall production, Nuggets have the best starting 5. So let me clarify that real quick. The Celtics have the best top 6 in the players. You go down their lineup, they have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Drew Holiday, Al Horford, and then they also have Kristaps Porzingis. The only thing I'm scared about is Porzingis' health. Drew Holiday hasn't been too healthy as of late. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have been pretty solid. They've been Iron Man. You know what? Oh, I kind of want to pick the Cavs. I'm not going to lie. I think Donovan Mitchell could go crazy. Darius Garland can do good. I don't know. Other than those two, they don't have much offensive production, but their defense is there. Their defense really is there. Hold on. I got to look at their in-season series. I got to look at the series. Celtics versus Cavs. I got to see. So the Cavs have won. All right, I'm back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but luckily I caught it before I started going on for too long. Yeah, the Celtics have won the season series pretty convincingly. It looks like. I mean, not convincingly, but they've only had one close game the whole 3 games they played each other, and the Cavs won that one by 1. I think overall the Celtics win this. I really want to make an argument for the Cavs. It's just hard to pick over the Celtics. It really is. I really want to pick the Cavs. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I'm picking the Cavs. I gotta have some sort of fun upsets in here. Can't just, like I said with the SEC bracket, I can't just pick the easy ones. I gotta think a little bit here. Speaking of picking the easy ones, I'm picking the Knicks. I think this is another one. Like, yeah, the Bucks don't play defense, and they've honestly lately they've been playing defense. It's more so they're scoring. If Dame can get hot, which we know Dame in the playoffs isn't different. He's a different animal. Giannis in the playoffs is a different animal. Their supporting cast is decent. They just don't have the perimeter defense to slow down Jalen Brunson. But the thing is, other than Jalen Brunson, who else is gonna do anything? I mean, they have OG. I'm picking the Bucks. I just convinced myself out of it. I think the Knicks make a good run, but if Julius Randle isn't back and healthy, I think the Bucks win. I think they do. I think Jalen Brunson's gonna drop a couple of 50 pieces, though. I can tell you that, at least just in this series, I could see that happening. I think the Bucks win this one. I really do. And this isn't one where I'm like the Celtics and Cavs just trying to be different. I think the Bucks do win this. I convinced myself into it. Now I'm debating this one again, the Cavs and Celtics. Because the Celtics is just the easy team to pick. Like, they're obviously going to win everything, right? And, like, in theory, they're going to win everything. This is really hard to pick. The Celtics are just so deep. You know, I think Drew Holiday and Derek White, I think they give the Cavs problems. I got to pick them. I'm going back with the Cavs. No. I'm going with the Celtics. It's just the easy one. It's just the obvious pick. It's the obvious one. I can't not pick them. This is the fun side, though. Thunder versus Mavericks. I think the Thunder are going to win. A lot of people aren't picking the Thunder just because of their youth, right? That's the main flaw against them, and their rebounding. Those are the 2 obvious ones: their rebounding and their youth. I think. Sorry, I got a notification. I had to make sure it wasn't something I cared about. Yeah, that's the main downfall. That's the reason people aren't picking them, is just because of their youth. But I think with a guy like Shea who can score at will, and that supporting cast that he has with J-Dub, he has Chet, he has Isaiah Joe. Shout out Isaiah Joe for that dunk he had a few weeks ago. Sharpshooter on the perimeter. They have Cason Wallace who can lock down the perimeter. Kenrich Williams can lock down the defender. They have Lou Dort. They have the perimeter defenders to slow down Luka and Kyrie. I think the Thunder win this just based off their perimeter defense and their ability to just score with everyone on the team. Everyone on the team can shoot. If I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing a stat where it's like they have like 6 or 7 guys that are all shooting more than 40% from 3. That's insane. Now, obviously, in the playoffs, is that going to hold up? No one knows. But with a guy like Shea, you're going to score. I promise you're going to score with a guy like Shea. You're going to find open shots, and you're going to get easy shots at the rim with a guy like Shea. The defense, I think the defense is going to win. Really, I think the defense is going to win. And not to mention the Mavericks don't really have a back-to-the-basket big who can punish Chet for his weakness. So I think they win this one. I like the Thunder's odds. I think they got a really good... Honestly, I think they had the easiest position they could have had in this whole bracket, or the whole West side. I think them getting the 1 seed really helped with their positioning and matchups. Now this next one... I forgot to mention. Celtics Cavs, I think that game goes to 7, no matter who wins, but I think it goes to 7. Bucks Knicks goes to 6. That's my prediction. Anyways, Thunder Mavericks, I think that one goes to 6 as well. Yeah, that one goes to 6. Timberwolves and Nuggets. This is a fun one. I don't know, because this is another one where I got to look at their regular season numbers versus the Nuggets. Okay. Games. So the Nuggets did win their last meet in April. How many times have they played each other? Is this only one time? There's no way. There's no way it's only one time. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, that's bright. Oh, that's bright. So the season series is tied. They both won 2 games this year. They both won 1 game. Or 2 games. So it's even. Tied up 2-2. I really want to pick the Timberwolves because they have the big guys down below that can guard Jokic. I think they have the guys like Kat and Naz Reid. If they can put Jokic on the perimeter, those guys can. I think they have a good shot. But the thing is the Nuggets. It's the Nuggets. They have the most fluid, most balanced offense in the league. Their defense, not to mention, is amazing. That's the thing. The Timberwolves, I think, defensively can keep up with the Nuggets' offense, but can the Timberwolves keep up with the Nuggets' defense with their offense? If that makes any sense. Basically, what I'm saying, Timberwolves don't have a problem with defending, but can they score against this Nuggets team? A guy like Ant, he doesn't have much playoff experience except for that one time they made the play-in. Or did they play last year? They played last year. They played the Nuggets last year. That's right. Did they? And see, now I'm getting it all mixed up. I think they played the Nuggets last year. Took them to 5, maybe. This is one where I think I'm going to pick the Timberwolves. Mainly because, I like the Timberwolves more. And it's not that I want to see the Nuggets lose. I love the Nuggets. I love watching them play. I love Jokic. It's a very likable team. This is just one of those where I want to see the Timberwolves make this underdog run. And we'll have 2 pretty relatively young teams in the Western Conference playoffs. Western Conference championship game. What are the odds? Both sides is a 1-3, 1-3 matchup in terms of seeding. This Timberwolves Nuggets game, it goes to 7 or maybe 6. I could see it going 6. But I think 7 is probably the most likely. I see it going to 7. All right, so for this Eastern Conference matchup, I really want to pick the Bucks. I just love this team. I love Dame. I love Giannis. I love Drew. No, he's not on the team anymore. Chris Middleton. I like Chris Middleton. Other than those guys, I just don't think they're keeping up with the Celtics. Just realistically, I don't think they're keeping up with the Celtics. This game ends in 5. That's right, I said 5. This game ends in 5. Or the series ends in 5. And then the Thunder and Timberwolves. This might be the most fun series if this ends up happening. Just because youth versus youth, you have offense versus defense. I'm not going to lie. I've been riding with the Thunder, but I think just solely based off the fact that the Timberwolves have size on the Thunder, I think their rebounding is going to help. Their paint presence is going to help. I think they win this. I think the Timberwolves win this. That's my pick. All right, and so that leads me to the championship game, the 1 versus 3, the Celtics versus Timberwolves. Once again, this is another series where I want to pick the underdog against the Celtics, right? And once again, I'm not saying this because I don't like the Celtics. I'm just saying this because these teams that have been playing the Celtics, I'm more of a fan of these teams and their storyline, basically. I'm more fans of these teams versus the Celtics. I don't hate the Celtics. I like the Celtics once again. So I want to pick the Timberwolves, right? I really want to pick the Timberwolves because I could see them doing it. I just think that offense is just not going to work against the Celtics defense they have. I just think the Celtics are too good of a team. And this one goes to 6. Celtics and 6. How many points will the Finals MVP score in the entire playoffs? Oh. So we're talking Jason Tatum. Okay, so if we'll say he averages 30 a game. Celtics win in. We'll say they win they win in 5 in the first round. So that's 5 games. Against the Cavs, they win in 6. We're at 11. Bucks, they win in 5. So we're at 16. And this next one goes to 6. So we're at 22. We're just gonna multiply that by 30. I can't do that math off the top of my head. 660 points. So I'm going to go ahead and bump that up to 723. So this is my final bracket prediction for the entire NBA playoffs. Like I said in the beginning of the episode, I think I might go back and tweak it depending on if Philly or Miami wins. And depending on if the Pelicans or the Lakers win or who the Thunder end up playing in their first round. Either way, I don't think I'm probably going to change the overall winner of these games. I just think it might go, instead of going in 5, it might go to 6 or 7. That's the only thing that I think would change now that I'm here at the finals. Yeah, oh my, that was really bad. Let me know what you think of my my playoffs. I think the Nuggets might be the biggest one that upset people. I think the Knicks probably might upset the Knicks fan base if they end up seeing this somehow. Shout out Thunder, shout out Mavericks. Sorry Clippers fans. I think they also. I think something that could happen. The Clippers could make the finals if they're healthy. But if they're not healthy, which I don't think they're going to be healthy, I don't think they're making it. But yeah, this is this. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A little bit of different content. I'm not covering college basketball. I'm covering NBA basketball. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Oh, I do have next episode. I'm ranking each SEC team's season. I'm ranking their season. This is including preseason, conference play, postseason play. So this includes SEC tournament and March Madness if they made it. So be on the lookout for that one. That's my next episode. Hopefully it'll be a little more fun than this one. I don't know. I think this one was kind of fun, but the next one, I think ranking stuff like tier list rankings, stuff like that. I think that is more fun than this stuff. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.